had a better season than Lamar. This what we doing? This is what we're doing right now.
Oh my gosh, I can't with you.
Dak played how many games? 5, 4, 5? We talking about regression.
These niggas tackle, I'm bringing the pack. I'm a roller with stars and I'm smoking on platinum. Eye on the prize so I don't do distractions. I'm coming back.
Curry?
Yo, what it do? It's your boys, Juice and Lou, and we back here with another episode for y'all, man. Last night, you already know what happened. We talk, I see you talk. The Hawks and the Bucks. Man, the Hawks blew out the Bucks. That's tough. But hey, listen, we're not here to talk about that. Prayers up, be honest though. Might miss next game, yeah. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here on the football talks, and I got something to say. I got a lot to say, matter of fact. Ravens fan. So Pro Football Focus released the top 50 players, or the top or the best NFL players, the best 50 NFL players. And guess who wasn't on it? Lamar Jackson. And my thing is, I saw it, I said, how can somebody who's the best player under 25 not in the best 50 players? How does that work? I'm confused. Let me read y'all something. This is what Sam Munson said. He said, and I quote, Lamar Jackson is the player who most deserves a spot on the PFF 50. Oh, really? Does he? Oh, does he? So where is he at? Okay. Recently in the NFL MVP, Jackson remains one of the most dynamic players in the league, but he is also a cautionary tale about expecting someone to continue to develop onward and upward each year. Jackson was a unanimous MVP 1 year and number 15 graded quarterback in the league in terms of overall PFF grade, 81.5 the next. That's still very good, Mark, but it's an obvious regression. Oh, we talking about regressions. So this list is based off regressions, right? Okay, cool. So I was looking through the list. And if we talking about regressions, I got some people for you. Number one, although I'm not saying based off regressions, but I'm also saying people who I feel should not be on this list over Lamar. They should be on the list, but shouldn't be over Lamar. Simple. I got Justin Simmons. Great player, not over Lamar. Lamar, if he's on this list, Lamar should be on this list. Trent Williams, great player. Lamar should be on this list too, if he's on this list. Listen, Dalvin Cook should, great player. He should be on this list, but if he's on this list, Lamar should be on this list. Simple as that. All right. Ryan Ramczyk of the a tackle of the New Orleans Saints. Cool. Lamar should be on this list. Nick Bosa. We talking about regression, right? He didn't even play. He didn't even play, and he's on this list at 27. At 27. We talking about regression, right? Shout out Marlon, though. Shout out Marlon. Shout out Ronnie. They made the list. But Ronnie, you made the list. You was hurt too. You my guy, but you was hurt. And Lamar didn't. This is what we doing. Christian McCaffrey. We talking about regression, right? We talking about regression. He played like 4 or 5 games in the season. And and he's 30? We're looking at guys like Cameron Hayward. Huh? Huh? Like, let's be real. Come on, man. Come on. Harrison Smith. I'm going to read you something. Smith remains one of the best and most consistent safeties in the league, and while he hasn't coming off his best season, the same is true for most members of the Minnesota defense. So he didn't play his best season, yet he's 32 on the list, and right after that is Eric Kendricks. Huh? How does it? Okay. And here's my problem. This is my next problem. Probably the biggest problem. We talked about him. We compared them to in our old video, our best video. Shout out y'all. Shout out to y'all. Josh Allen is 40 on this list. Why? He had one good year. And based off what I just read, based off what I was looking at earlier, they're going based off the past few seasons. So if we're going based off the past few seasons, why is Josh Allen on this list? Why? One good year. If we add those other 2 years, he's sorry. He's sorry. All right. Then we got Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is on this list at 44. Why is he on this list? He was hurt majority of the year. He was in and out. He came back and then got another injury. So he would come back and get injured again, come back and get injured again. But he's over here on top of the list. And Lamar, we talking about regression. Regression. And the last person I got the biggest issue with. The 50th player. The last player. The last best player in the league. Guess who it is? Dak Prescott. Are we serious right now? Dak Prescott had a better season than Lamar. This what we doing? This is what we're doing right now.
Oh my gosh, I can't with you.
Dak played how many games? 5? 4? 5? We talking about regression. Bad down years. You can't put people in this list who haven't played a full season. You can't do that. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Lamar didn't play it. I mean, at least you have to play at least 13 or 14 games to be included on this list. That's me. That's me. Lamar had a down year, and still went 10-6. And beat the Titans that nobody thought they thought they was gonna beat on us again. People thought they was gonna beat on us again. Oh, but guess what happened? Right. So my issue is, why is Lamar not on this list? But all these people I named are. Is the hate that bad? Am I missing something? There's just no possible way. There's other people on this list, but I could go on and on. You know, I could go on and on. Lamar should at least be between the 18 to 26 area. At least. That's all I gotta say. I can't stand it. It's just blasphemy. It's just blasphemy.
That was a nice presentation you had. But you're wrong again about Lamar.
No.
I'm sorry, but first, gonna start at the top of the article. You know, you gotta read, Justin. First, it says the ranking below is a projection of what we think will happen and not necessarily a reaction to a spectacular or underwhelming 2020 season. That means injuries go out the window. So all the injured players you named basically don't matter. It doesn't count.
So
it doesn't count.
If that's the case, if it's a projection, why is Lamar still not on this list?
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. Additionally, positional value is not considered here. So safeties, offensive linemen, running backs have just a good chance to rank highly as quarterbacks who could dominate the list if positional value was heavily factored. That's why Aaron Donald is number 1 on this list, by the way. Now, you brought up if it's a projection, why Lamar isn't on this list. I mean, we talked about it in previous videos. Are y'all really going to be better next year? Y'all got the same offensive coordinator. What? Y'all got you're betting on a rookie wide receiver in a very tough division to be what? Your second best? I mean, you even said yourself, I don't know, Sammy Watkins. I don't like the signing. But people from training camp, they love Sammy. But is Sammy really going to be a number 1?
No.
Is Sammy really exactly? Marquise Brown.
Better than the past 2 years.
Marquise Brown, he's a wild card in my opinion. He's definitely a wild card. JK had a good rookie season. He had a good one. So I think he'll be better next year. I'll give you that on the offense. But everybody else, I think it'll be standard. I think it'll be a decent projection. I don't expect anything spectacular from Lamar this year, in my opinion, in that Ravens offense. Now, let me go to the players you talked about. You said, so based on the article, I'm going to tell you why they probably put them there, in my opinion. But first, actually, I want to get to, you said Lamar wouldn't be on 18. You would put Lamar 18 through 26, somewhere in that area.
At least.
So over Tyreek Hill, over Chris Jones, Fred Warner.
Chris Jones. Yeah. Over Chris Jones.
One of the best defensive linemen in the league.
Over Chris Jones.
Lamar's not even top 5. Chris Jones probably top 5 in his position. At D tackle, okay. Fred Warner, 20th.
Okay.
Joey Bosa, 21.
Yeah. Joey Bosa.
Russell Wilson, 22.
Yes. Russell Wilson. Yes. I said it. Yes. Russell Wilson.
So you're basically saying Lamar will have a better season than Russell Wilson this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe
Justin
that.
Simmons, you already said yes. I disagree with this because the Broncos defense is going to be crazy next year. We've already talked about how many players they got in the secondary. Trent Williams, you said yes. But the left tackle position is arguably the most important position in the game, and he performed like the best left tackle. I mean, it was him, David Bakhtiari from the Packers, and your boy got hurt, Stanley, he's on the list. Mekhi Becton, no one cares about the Jets. That's why he's not on the list. Tristan Wirfs, he played right tackle. I can't think of any other left tackles off the top of my head. I mean, Teron Armstead from the Saints, I think he's on this list. But Trent Williams definitely should be on his list over Lamar. Like I said, because the left tackle position is arguably the hardest position in the game. Myles Garrett, you think over Lamar next season? Gonna have more help. Just came off a season where I think he had 13 sacks, and he missed a couple games.
I'll say that, not Miles. I will.
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook. Yes.
Did you not see this year?
Yes.
He's the reason the Vikings weren't winless. He's literally the reason the Vikings won.
Lamar is the reason why John Harbaugh has a job and why the Ravens are still relevant.
Is he?
Yes.
That defense winning you 8 games last year. Barred.
Take Lamar out. That defense winning us 8 games?
You can't, bro. You can't. The system y'all run is literally only for running quarterbacks. It's not really for a field general like a Brady sit in the pocket. Like only a couple quarterbacks fit in y'all scheme.
Okay, so put Tyler Huntley, our backup. Put him in for a whole season.
Honestly,
what's our record going to be?
Honestly, I mean, you just said a backup quarterback. How many games do you expect a backup quarterback?
He's a running quarterback. He's a running quarterback. Like you said, I'm talking about our system. You're talking about our system. Tyler Huntley, who's on the team.
Starting running quarterback.
Who else? You got besides Lamar, you got Kyler Murray.
Y'all, all of them arguably winning 8 to 10 games. Kyler, Lamar, Deshaun. Deshaun probably gets you 1 extra. It's arguably around the same type of scheme.
Mm-mm.
But your defense saved y'all skins. How many points the Titans have in the playoffs? How many rushing yards Derrick Henry have? What? Like 30-something? 37?
We got locked up.
Exactly. Come on now. Nick Bosa, like you said injuries, but I already brought up the point how injuries don't really play a factor on the list. In my opinion, though, where would I place Lamar? You talked about Michael Thomas, too. They put him there strictly off the Offensive Player of the Year award he had last year. Not this past season, but 2 years ago, basically.
But we can't have him for his MVP.
Like I said, like the list said, though, it's a projection of next year, too. In my opinion, though, honestly, they could be. I think they're missing a little bit more players than just Lamar.
Yeah.
Put Saquon on there.
I was gonna say I ain't see Saquon on there. I ain't see.
Could put Xavier Howard on there.
Him. I ain't even see Deshaun. Did you see Deshaun? I ain't see Deshaun.
If we talking projection, could probably put Zeke on there.
Zeke, man, there's a lot of players at the end, but you just cannot leave out.
In my opinion, does Lamar crack the list? If I had to redo it, I'd probably put him in the 40s.
Wow.
Yeah. 40s. I think the highest he probably gets on my list is 35-ish. But I think I would probably leave him in the 40s based off projection and last season. Yeah, based off projections and last season if you played. So the list is definitely a little bit contradicting though, because you have Bobby Wagner at 8, but you had TJ Watt at 11. I mean, it's hard to make a list. I'm not gonna judge too much. I mean, 8 and 11, 3 spots. I mean, that's not too bad. But Bobby's getting older
in the top 10. But Bobby Wagner in the top 10.
I mean, yeah, I just said that. Yeah, I said I'd rather have like TJ Watt over Bobby because Bobby's getting older. He didn't have a great season, but TJ Watt definitely had a great season. Could have won Defensive Player of the Year. I think he came in second to, of course, Aaron Donald. But it's an interesting list. I think that's really all I have to say. I mean, Brady, if y'all want to know what Brady was at, he's at 7.
Man. Listen. Lamar Jackson, you're an MVP, unanimous. You have to be on this list regardless. That's all I gotta say. Whoever out there making lists, y'all gotta do better. You just gotta do better, man. Hey, that's gonna wrap up this episode, you guys. Thank you for tuning, and let us know what you guys think down below. Where should Lamar Jackson be, or should he even be on this list? Let us know tonight. Can this be the night that Phoenix ends it?
Nah.
Or does the Clippers force a game 7? Ooh. I don't know. It's scary to think about. You know, it is scary to think about. But we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But until then, it's your boys, Juice and Lou. And we out of here. Peace. Make sure you guys like and subscribe.